Hey, what's going on? It's Fight Season MMA, and today I want to talk about of the recent UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia and how Sergei Pavlovich's stock dropped tremendously. We all thought that Sergei Pavlovich was one of, if not the best heavyweights currently in the UFC, but he just got absolutely outclassed by Alexander Volkov, who is someone who we believe that wouldn't be able to hold a candle to Sergei Pavlovich. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so in this video, I just want to be able to identify why I think Sergei Pavlovich's stock has dropped so much and why I think it's warranted to make a video upon this. Well, I believe that Sergei took the fight and he really did think he was going to beat Alexander Volkov, and he didn't show Volkov any respect going into the fight. I know that these two were training partners going along and that these two had some sort of relationship outside of the octagon, but Sergei Pavlovich did blame a lot of this in taking the fight on Alexander Volkov, and a lot of argument was happening. Now, after the fight, Alexander Volkov winning against Sergei Pavlovich and him knowing, he went over to a battered Sergei and he just wanted to hug it out and get a very nice congratulations for in the fight, and just thank him for stepping in the octagon with him. And what did Sergei do? Sergei pushed Volkov across the octagon, and that's something that is incredibly uncalled for. That is just an absolute sore move from Sergei Pavlovich. Like I said, I think Sergei was thinking about stepping in there and just absolutely masterclassing Volkov. And apparently, according to Alexander Volkov, these two were training partners and that Sergei always used to get the better of Volkov. And going into this fight, I think Alexander Volkov understood that Sergei's style is very hard to deal with and that he has to stay at range and play very, very strategic in every single little thing that he does just because of Sergei's power that he possesses. Now, what is next for Sergei Pavlovich in the UFC? I think that this is an incredibly bad look for Sergei Pavlovich, not only on the level of his performance, but also his actions after the performance. I think Sergei should probably fight the winner of Marcin Tybura versus Sergey Spivak. I think that is the best fight to make for Sergei Pavlovich, someone who shouldn't get a top 5 shot here in the near future just because he did look so bad out there against Alexander Volkov. Now, this also raises the question, is Sergei Pavlovich even that good? And the short answer is no, but there's a lot more in depth with that. Sergei Pavlovich is very one-dimensional, and that is something that a lot of these heavyweights have. It's just Sergei was so good at his one thing that no one really looked at it. You look at fighters like Tom Aspinall, John Jones, and those two, especially in the UFC, and Curtis Blaydes in the UFC heavyweight division, they have multiple facets to their game. Whereas Cyril Gane, Sergei Pavlovich, Jailton Almeida all have one asset or one very precise asset in their thing, with Pavlovich and Gane being striking and Jailton Almeida being wrestling. Sergei Pavlovich has fought some of the best UFC heavyweights currently. He has fought Tom Aspinall, like I alluded to earlier. He fought Tai Tuivasa. He fought Derek Lewis on his way up, and Curtis Blaydes he beat. But Pavlovich has to round his skill set more than just being a power striker within the UFC. And like I said, I don't think that this is a good performance on him. Yes, he didn't look great out there, but his actions afterwards are really what's bringing this performance down. Now, I want to give Alexander Volkov his flowers. He did the correct strategy to make Sergei Pavlovich look like an absolute punching bag out there, to really hamper his maneuvers and his skills to further deplete that. Now, like I said, Sergei Pavlovich is still a good fighter. We all know his power, we all know his striking, but he needs to vary up his strikes and add more facets to his game if he truly wants to be very good in the UFC organization. I thank you guys so much for watching this video about Sergei Pavlovich. Please let me know what you think about his recent performance and his actions after losing to Alexander Volkov, whether you think that this take is correct or if you think Sergei Pavlovich is perfectly fine. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please leave comments down below, and I try to respond to as many as absolutely possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys very soon.